You faced immense pressure, booze. You played with broken ribs. You played at Super Bowls. How did you train your mind to deal with a lot of pressure?
A lot of great sayings. One is like iron sharpens iron. Dealing with pressure, you have to put yourself in pressure situations. So I treated practice like a game. And if we scored a touchdown in practice, I celebrated like it was in a game. And I wanted to deal with all those emotions like it was game day even when it wasn't game day. So every little thing that I could make a competition, I made it seem like even in the off season, if I was throwing with Gronk or Julian or Danny or Wes, I'd say, hey man, it's 4th down, 4th and 7. We got to score. We only got one shot to win the Super Bowl. And you either win the Super Bowl or you're not. But the difference is that Super Bowl's in June or July and you got to get it done then. So then when it really matters in February, well, you realize you've already done it before and your body knows and it's already been programmed for that experience.
Take me back to Super Bowl 51. You were down.
My favorite games.
You were down 28-3 at halftime. The biggest deficit in Super Bowl history. You came back and won. Take me back to the locker room at halftime. What was going through your mind? What were you telling yourself? What was that self-talk?
Well, the point was, and I think for all of us, don't quit. Go fight your ass off and fight to the end. And look, whatever happens, be proud of what you did by the way you fought, because sometimes things don't bounce your way early in the game. But if you quit, you're a loser for life. If you fight back, well, let's see what can happen. And we're down 21-3, and Coach Belichick said to us, 21 points won't be enough to beat us today. So we got the ball in the third quarter, and we punted back to them, and they scored a touchdown, and it went 28-3. And I was like, well, maybe 28 points is enough. But you know what? We fought back that day, and I think the strength, resilience, determination of the men on that team and in that organization, coaching included, we showed what we were all about, and we didn't stop fighting. And then we found a way to overcome the early deficiencies that, in the end, make it a magical day for all of us.
You have a beautiful perspective on competition, and you talk about how in today's world across sports, people are friendly. You had a maniacal focus about you. Were you ever afraid of competition?
No, I had this no bull mentality, no bullshit, no excuses.
Were you a little crazy?
I am a little crazy. I see things as like you're either giving your best or you're not. And everyone wants to win, but in the end, what are you really willing to do what it takes to win? If you're training for a season, anyone could play one game. It doesn't take much effort to be 4-13. It takes a lot more effort to be 9-8. It takes a lot more effort to be 12-5. It takes a ton of effort to be 15-2. And you have to have the right discipline and habits and actions every day to make the right choices to put yourself in a position to succeed.
One of my favorite videos I've ever seen of you is when you were asked who your hero is. Can you share with my audience who is your hero?
I said then, and that was in 26, I'll say now, my dad's my hero, and he always has been. I try to be like my dad every day. He's a man of lives every day with integrity, and he's the best dad, the best grandpa, and I am who I am because of my dad.
You have a couple sons. Your dad's your hero. Give me a lesson that your dad taught you that you are going to instill in your kids one day before you leave this earth. What's a lesson that your dad taught you that you're going to make sure that you instill in your children?
So my dad was there for me every step of the way. Any point in my life where, my dad was a rock, and he provided me every opportunity I needed to succeed, and he had the most belief in me of anyone. And that's what I really want to pass on to my kids. I believe in them. Whatever they set their mind to, they're going to accomplish.
And your last message to the younger generation. Tom, if me and you died tomorrow and you had one more guiding principle to leave with the younger generation, what would that be?
Be proud of the person you look back in the mirror every single day, because that's the person you got to satisfy. And the life you lead is a lesson you teach. So when you wake up every day and the choices that you make, you don't have to say anything. Everyone's going to watch you and they're going to pay attention. So if you want to live a life of integrity, be that. If you want to live a life of resilience, be that. If you want to live a life of caring and joy, be that. That's what you can bring to the world.
You got amazing advice, Tom. Thank you so much for your time.
Great to meet you.
I appreciate you, man. That was amazing. Seriously.